Hello guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I've done a sit down video, like so long. So I figured one's pretty due, and what better way to start a sit down video off than a Q&A. I have been asked a lot of questions regarding my senior year and my whole college experience, and so I compiled them into a list. I'm going to be answering those for you guys today. I hope this is informative for you, and I'm excited to kind of let you get to know me a little bit more. These are just like things that are so important in my daily life, but things that you might not even know, and so I figured why not just sit down and answer a bunch of questions for you guys. So that's what we're going to be doing, a senior year Q&A, and I think this will be really fun because at the end of senior year, I'm going to be answering the same questions and seeing if my answers have changed over the year. I think that'll be really fun to kind of have me in like May come back and look at me in September and see what has changed. So that being said, let's get right into question number one, which is, what are you doing after you graduate? I'm so glad you asked because I'm very excited to share what I'm doing. I believe I've mentioned it maybe once or twice on this channel before, but I'm going to be pursuing RV life. I want that nomadic lifestyle, and for me, an RV made the most sense, and I actually have bought my RV already, which is so freaking exciting. Like, you guys you can't even gauge how excited I am for that. And I've been in it, and I've had it for a couple weeks now. I'm waiting for the title to come back from the DMV, but besides that, it's mine. And don't worry, there will be tons of videos on RV life after I graduate. I'm just waiting to share that whole story with you guys until it becomes a more important part of my life right now. It's going to be sitting where it's at right now for quite a while. Obviously, I'm just started senior year, so it's not going to be a big part of my channel for a while, so I'm not sharing that with you guys yet, but just know it's eventually coming. Once school and college is done for, RV life is next, and I'm very, very excited for that. Next question is, are you excited to be done with college? The short answer is yes. The long answer is I really enjoyed college. I know this isn't what a lot of people can relate to, but for me, high school was better. In high school, I think it's just the nostalgia of it all. Obviously, like, I had a lot of ups and downs in high school, as everyone does. But I had such a solid friend group, and we were all so close, and they were my favorite people in the entire world, and most of them still are. It was hard for me to come to college and like have a harder time making friends when I had such a tight-knit friend group, if that makes sense. But not that college has been unenjoyable at all. Like, it's been very fun. I've had great times, and I've made good friends. I don't want my friends here to think like, oh, she doesn't like me as much as her high school friends. That is not the case. Just enjoyed the experience of high school a lot more than I have college. So I'm very excited to move on to my next chapter and to be making videos full time and doing like little seasonal jobs here and there. I'll answer all those little details in my RV videos, but I think for now, let's just leave it at I'm ready for the next chapter, and I'm very excited for college to be done. Okay, next question is, what will be a highlight of your senior year? And this is me kind of guessing. I'm not sure. I kind of feel like this goes without saying, but I know that a highlight for my senior year is going to be graduation. That is something I'm very much looking forward to and very excited to have the opportunity to do. But besides the obvious answer of graduation, I think I'm very excited for spring break. I don't even know what I'm doing yet, but I know that I will be doing something, and I just am ready to get back to like traveling. So I'm very excited for spring break, and I'm not realizing that none of my answers that are popping into my head have to do with school. But if I had to choose something I'm excited for school, I'm in a senior seminar right now, which is basically you're in the class for the entire school year, and at the end of the year you've worked on a film for the entire year, and then you present that as like your senior project. So I'm in that class right now, and I think we haven't done much with it yet. It's still very early on, but I'm excited to actually work in like a big group, doing editing. Hopefully, it's like the one thing I want to do is editing. Working on the senior project, I think, is going to be really fun, and actually getting out there and filming again. So very excited for that. Those are 3 things, I guess. What will be a highlight? I chose 3 highlights, so there. Moving on to the next question. Are you nervous for the next chapter? No. Well, yes. Yes and no. I'm very excited. Obviously, as I've mentioned multiple times in this video, that is a word that is very frequent in my vocabulary lately, the word excited. Obviously, there are some things that I am nervous for. I've never driven a trailer before, besides like in my yard. So to actually be driving an RV on the road for the first time, kind of nervous about that. But it's going to be such a small thing, and I'm going to get used to it. I feel like it's going to be one of those things that I like hype up, and then once I actually do it, I'm like, this is nothing, and I was worried about this for what? I feel like that's how it's going to be. So I'm trying to like get myself in the mindset of that, and I'm nervous for how I'm going to make money, because that part of the planning of my future has kind of gone by the wayside, and I'm not saying that it's good to neglect, like I'll just figure out how to make money somehow. But for me, I don't want to stress about things like that, because it kind of deters me from what makes me excited. Like thinking about, oh, I like am not going to have a solid job when I'm on the road makes me like not want to be on the road. But I know in my heart that's what I want to do. And so all the other things I feel like are going to work themselves out. That's just how I am as a person. That's how I like to figure things. So we'll figure that out. But there are some things I'm nervous for, but overall, no, I'm not nervous to graduate. I'm not nervous to go out into the real world. I'm very excited and ready for it at this point. So the next question I have is, how do you think this year will go? That's a really good question. I think it's going to be fine. I am happy to be a senior, and it's really fun. Like yesterday I went to my first football game of the season. So fun, and it was actually nice outside, so it was really good to just sit outside and enjoy that. We didn't win. We never win. Like I go there to be with other people and enjoy like a group experience, so I don't really care that much about the game, so it's fine. But besides that, I think the year's gonna go good. I don't have any stressors at the moment. I know I will get stressed at some point, like that's kind of inevitable. Overall, I think my classes are gonna go fine, and I am not worried. Senior year is like the easiest year, so I think it's gonna go pretty good. So the next question I really liked was, what is your biggest college regret? And I can honestly say I've thought about this quite a bit, and I don't think I have one. I'm the type of person where it's really hard for me to regret things. I've always said things happen for a reason. I wholeheartedly believe that that's like something that is like basically my mantra, is everything happens for a reason. So it's really difficult for me to feel that feeling of regret, because I'm like, oh, it just happened and now we move on. That's like, I'm not a regretful person. So I don't think I have a huge college regret or anything. I don't regret my major. I've stayed the same major the whole time. I don't regret being an RA. For those of you who don't know, I've been an RA for 3 years now. This is like my 3rd year going into it, which is like a long time for RAs, I would say. Like most people just do it 1 or 2 times. I've done it all years except freshman year, because you can't be an RA as a freshman, obviously. So I don't regret that at all. I think it has been amazing for me to meet people and to work in housing and kind of see that back end of things. I think that has been such a great opportunity for me, and I'm kind of just going into all the things I'm grateful for right now. But it really goes to show that like there are little things that can go wrong that have upset me along the way, but there's really nothing big that I regret or am sad about. Like, overall, it has been a very positive and fun experience. And I think being retrospective like that kind of puts things into place, like, oh, it really isn't that bad here. And it kind of makes me happy moving forward, so I like that question. Oh gosh, this question, where do you want to live after college? I know I've mentioned I'm doing RV life, but there are places that I really like right now, and I want to see if this changes by the end of my senior year. I don't know if it will, but I think it's really fun because like last year I was either like Georgia or Texas. Not anymore. That has changed. And do not bash me for this, okay? Everyone has their own places that they want to live. Obviously, there's 50 states. There's people that live in all of them, so where one person wants to live might not be where I want to live, and vice versa. But right now, Florida is really calling my name. Florida is not only great for the scenery and living and going to the beach all the time. That would be such a dream for me. But they also have a really good job market, and especially for film down there. And Georgia's always in the back of my mind. I've always loved Georgia. I was born there, and my family lives down there. Not my like immediate family, but my extended family, like my aunts and cousins and them, they all live down in Georgia. One lives near Atlanta and one lives near Savannah, so I've been down there a lot. I love it down there. And Georgia's a huge filmmaking state, like for sure. So I could always go there and then be close enough to the border where I could visit Florida. I think that would be very fun, but I'm such a beach, ocean, warm weather person. So that just makes the most sense for me. The only thing is I have to go down there during the summer because I've never been to Georgia in the actual summer months. I've always gone in winter, and just it's been like an escape from the Minnesota, Wisconsin winters. And so obviously down there it feels so much warmer when it's like 60 degrees. I've never experienced that Georgia or Florida humidity, so I feel like that's something I have to know before I decide for sure, like, yes, I'm going to move here. And that's why I'm so excited for the RV life, is because I can stay in a place and explore it and look around and try to see like, oh, what I like living here when I'm older. That's kind of where this started, because I was like, I have no idea where I want to move when I'm graduated. And so I'm kind of using this as an opportunity to travel to each of the states, see what they have to offer, see if I like it, if I like the weather, if I like, and I can stay there for extended periods of time because I have no timeline. And if I go to a state and I decide I don't like it, I can literally just pick up and leave. And that is such a nice feeling because I don't feel tied down to anything. I hate feeling like tied down to things, especially when I don't like them. This is just such a freeing option for me, and I'm very excited. So we'll figure it out. Right now it's Florida. Next question is, would you move back in with your parents? And normally I would say yes. I know they'd have me, and I know that it would be fine if I lived there. In a normal situation that would be fine for me, but my parents are also going on the road. So I came up with this RV life idea like over a year ago, right? And then my parents were like, that's a good idea. And then they copied me. My mom and dad bought an RV before I did, and they were like, oh yeah, we'll snowboard and travel, and that's a good idea, Kylie. So they stole my idea, and they did it first, so everybody's gonna think that I stole their idea, but I'm going on record right now to say I came up with RV life idea, and then my parents took it, and they had money, so they bought an RV. No, but in all seriousness, I think it's going to be really fun because my parents are traveling around and I'm traveling around, so we can literally just meet up somewhere. Like, we were talking the other day about Christmases and Thanksgivings, because that's going to be probably the hardest thing for me to be by myself for. We can literally just meet up and like rent an Airbnb somewhere. Like, we could have Thanksgiving in Florida or something, like Christmas in Montana, or like literally wherever we wanted to go, we could go there and have our holiday and still be together, which is so cool. And I'm really excited for them, and I'm excited for me as well. And so To answer the question, no, I'm not going to move back in with my parents because they're moving into their RV as well. Alright, this question, how will you pay off your student loans? That's a great question. I do not know the answer to that. I'll figure it out. That's my answer to everything. I'll figure it out. I don't know. I'm not worried about it right now. I don't need to be, so that's my answer. Last question. I feel like I talked so long in this video, but it's fine. Did these 4 years go by quickly? Yes, they did. 100%. I feel like I was just starting freshman year like a couple months ago, and now all of a sudden I'm a senior. It's kind of insane how fast the time has gone by. It's weird how things can feel so slow but feel so fast at the same time, and that's kind of how college has gone for me. I'm happy about it. I think I've made amazing memories so far. I don't know what senior year has left to bring me, but I'm sure it'll be great no matter what it is, and it's so exciting. I should trademark the word exciting because I use it so much. It's inspiring for me to see where I've come from and where I'm going from here. I very much cannot wait to see what goes on in my life. But those were my questions, and I thank you guys for sitting and listening to me for so long, and I'm very interested to see what I say at the end of my senior year. I'm going to redo this video in May and re-answer all these same questions and see how my answers have changed, but hopefully it's not too much because I really like where my life is going right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you have not already. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's quite an ambitious goal, but I'm hoping that we can make it work. So if you have not already, please subscribe down below. And with that, I will see you guys next Monday for another video. Bye guys.